Valentine was a traitor. I'll never trust another now. It's suicide to think and think. That is why I drink and drink. Misery, misery. That is all love has ever given me. You try to.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Well, if you're just joining us, I'm Lily Johnson, and I hope you enjoyed my first set. Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. So we're going to take a quick intermission, and I'll be back with more jazz and soul for you all in a bit. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, hello. I don't usually have visitors in the dressing room, but if it's important. What's your name and purpose, miss? An interview? On me? Huh. How about that? Well, where do you want to start? Well, I was an orphan. I don't know much about my real parents. I know my father was a lawyer and my mother taught grade school. They died in a car accident when I was 2 years old. I had no family, no friends. I got put in an orphanage in Skokie, Illinois. Let me tell you, that orphanage was not a pretty sight. It did nothing but clean and sew. The food they gave us was no better than the scraps they left out for the stray dogs. It was miserable. Well, when I was about 17, I ran away. I hitchhiked all the way to Chicago. When I got there, let me tell you, there was nothing more wonderful than seeing those bright city lights and those mountainous skyscrapers when all you see were closed windows. It was beautiful. It was home. Home is where the heart is. I think I found that place. It seems to me it's this city. Just look at my face. I found where I feel wanted. Don't feel so alone. Look around and up and down. Finally, I am home. Only problem was, I didn't have any money. No job, no family and friends. I up and walked into the first joint I saw and asked if they were hiring. The man who was working the bar, he just looked me up and down and said, "Are you an orphan?" I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He told me he could use some help tending the bar, keeping the place tidy. His name was Joe. Well, one day I was mopping, and I started singing a song I wrote called Home. I didn't even get to the second verse. Joe dropped his glass and said, "Holy moly, what a beautiful voice you got." I'm serious. Those pipes could make me some dough. And then, every weekend, at 10 o'clock at night, I would start my set. Joe really helped me get into my music career. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have music. Well, the singing brought in a lot more customers. The business started booming. Joe and I became more than just co-workers. We became friends. He introduced me to one of his friends named Frank. He was this smooth, slick, crap-shooting man, very charming. He wooed me, which is not easily done, mind you. My prior experience has not really made love very appealing to me. But he did it. Somehow, he did it. Knew his way around the city, too. He took me to the wildest parties and the fanciest restaurants. I moved into his swanky apartment. We even talked about getting married. But that wasn't really for either of us. Then, when I was about 19, I found out that I was pregnant. I didn't know what to do. I thought Frank would get mad and leave me. But when I told him, he just looked into my eyes and said, "We can do this." And I believed him. To me, everything was right. I was going to have his baby, and we were going to be a happy family. I wanted this baby to have the perfect childhood, not the way mine was. And I was going to make it happen. I worked my ass off every day until the day I went into labor. And on that beautiful, beautiful day, I met the most wonderful baby girl in the world. Susanna. Susie. She was perfect. She lit up my life. And everyone else, too. Joe would even babysit for us when Frank and I went out. It was about that time I noticed Frank start to change. I don't know, maybe it was work or stress or the baby, but he started to drink. He started to yell. He started to hit. I remember this one time. I was about to put Susie to bed, and he came home extremely drunk. Frank, shh! Frank, stop! Frank, hold on! You know how I feel about you yelling when she's in the room! No! Frank, what is wrong with you? You're drunk! No! Frank, you've changed! No, you've changed! I hate it, Frank! I just hate it! No, leave me alone! Don't touch me! Frank, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Frank. Please, I didn't. Please, Frank, I'm sorry. I didn't. That's when I knew I had to leave. I wanted to take Susie with me. I really did. But I didn't know where I was going. I wouldn't have the money. It just wouldn't have been safe for her. So I left, planning to come back for Susie as soon as I got the money. One night, I came back. I couldn't take Susie with me. I just wanted to see her. I tried to break into the apartment. When I got there, Frank was gone. And he took Susie with him. It's been 4 years, and I don't know where she is. No, I'm not gonna cry. He's not worth my tears. Thought I'd cry for you forever, but I couldn't, so I didn't. People's children die and they don't even cry forever. But I'd see your face in my mind for all time. But I don't even remember what your ears look like. And the clock still strikes midnight and noon, and the sun still rises, and so does the moon, but still migrates out. People move on, even though I'm no longer in your arms. Thought the mountains would crumble, and the rivers would bend. No, but I thought all wrong. The world did not end. The maps will just have to stay the same for a while. And we were going to be together, Grace. We were going to be together again someday soon. I just know it. Oh, Joe? We've been close ever since the day he hired me. When he and his wife divorced, we got even closer. When I came back, I didn't have a place to stay, so he let me stay in the apartment above the bar. I remember this one night. We stayed up until morning, talking, just talking, about life, love, and then he kissed me. Out of nowhere. And I kissed him back. And suddenly, Joe was there. And I never realized it before. And I loved him. I loved him, I loved him, I loved him. And he loved me. Well, then, Joe had to go visit his sister who lives in New York City. He left for 2 weeks, and he said he'd write me every day, and he made me promise that I write him back. Dear Joe, I hope you're enjoying the Big Apple. Business is doing well here. We've had more than enough money after payments and everything. We should take another trip to New York. With love, Lily. Dear Joe, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Thank you for the picture of the Empire State Building. Back at home, I wrote 2 songs. You're gonna love them. I wish you were here, but I'll see you soon. Love, Lily. Then, I got a letter. And it wasn't from Joe. Miss Johnson, we regret to inform you that on the night of December 15th, 1934, Joseph Simpson passed away. The storm made the road very dangerous, and his car swerved off into the Hudson River. Joe! I would like to dedicate this song to Joe.